Welcome to Joabu Talk, here for you. My name is Regina Wafula. The Lord continue to bless you. We also want to take this time to thank all our followers, the likes, the comments, subscribers, and those who have shared. We are motivated to strengthen the family bond. We continue with our conversation, issues that affect our families, alcoholism and substance abuse. I found this quote very interesting. You can't defeat darkness by keeping it caged inside of you, by Seth Adam Smith. Today we are privileged to have our guest as the director of Teen Challenge Nakuru branch, Mr. Felix Mbithi. Welcome, Mr. Felix, for Joabu Talk. Thank you. Yes. So briefly tell us about yourself. Yes.
My name is Felix Mbithi. I'm 41 years, and I thank God for the far that He has brought me. I'm the firstborn in a family of 3 boys, and I come from Machakos. The lower eastern of Machakos, the lower part of Machakos County. Thank you.
So Alfred Mutua is your governor?
Indeed.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much for welcoming us here at Teen Challenge. We are privileged, and we'd want to hear about your story briefly. Yes.
All right. So I am, as I have said, I'm the firstborn in a family of 3, and I grew up in a Christian background, a very rich heritage of spirituality.
Okay.
And in many times I was doing the right things as I was growing up.
Okay. You were doing the right things?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was growing up.
Yes.
And my family was very supportive.
Okay.
In the beginning, as a firstborn, definitely we get all the support that we need. If you need new clothes, if you need to do whatever you want to do, the family is there.
Okay.
And because there is a gap between me and my our second-born, so everything was for me. So I grew well, went to primary school well. I was an above-average student, and everything was okay. Whatever a child would want from a parent, it was easily available.
Oh, all right.
And being also my family, my father and mother were also working.
Okay.
So it was not a struggle. It was not a struggle.
So everything was provided for?
Everything. Virtually everything a child would want, I would be able to get.
All right.
So progressively I went also to high school, still under the same umbrella, but those values that I was growing up with, the things that I knew they were the right things. Although I was in a little bit a local high school, but there was other people from different places, but I was not influenced in any way.
Okay.
Not to do the things that I am supposed to do. So I pursued my education well. And,
in high school?
In high school.
So you are not influenced negatively?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because
there
of
were
the values?
There were those students. I was not that strong Christian, but at least the values that I grew up with were still very present in me. So and also being the firstborn, I had the drive. I wanted to set the precedent that my siblings would follow. So anything negative that was not to make me better, I didn't. I didn't embrace such.
Okay.
So I grew well. I did well from 1, from 2, from 3, from 4, and all was well. And I passed well. Then I joined the university. Still very straight, very strong. CU. Although as I have mentioned, I was not this person who was so close to God, or who understood things of God. But I knew because of my parents, they were Christians, that's what I should follow. So anything,
they had calculated values in you.
Yes. Yeah, when I was still very young. Yeah. So even when I went to the university, it was not an issue.
Okay.
So to influence was I could withstand.
Okay.
Not that I would pray every day, not that I would be in church.
Yes.
But definitely I knew this is not who I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was a very good performer when I was there, and my focus was education.
What are you pursuing at the university?
Bachelor of Commerce. Yeah.
Which option?
Marketing. Yeah, I did marketing. Yeah. So you see now, I was on top.
Yes.
There are people who had better grades than me, but when we got there, they diverted. They were corrupted. Me, I was not corrupted. So I stayed strong up to the point of finishing the university. And there were no incidences in my life.
Okay.
Anything to report, even home, anything to say that I didn't do okay. Yeah, so
you are performing also very well at the university level?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I was most of the time on the top.
Nice.
Most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So my parents were also proud of me.
Okay.
Even my community, where I come from, that was some years back. That was not something small.
Yes.
It is an achievement. So everybody was proud of me. Even other parents would say, look and so, we want you to be like so and so and such. And my family was very happy. My brothers, they were following. Yeah, they were following because an example, they have someone that they can emulate. So constantly they were also doing okay. Right. So I was the pride of our family. Yeah, nice. Everybody. And life. We started life.
You graduated.
Yeah, after graduation, you have to tarmac.
Life.
You look for a job. You are excited. You are full of enthusiasm.
Yes.
You feel now it's my time.
Yes.
Yeah. And that time you're also young. Yeah. So tarmacking, I found a job in one of the insurance companies in Kenya. Yeah, it was an achievement for me to be working. Now, without any influence from my parents, on my own initiatives. So getting a job was a real accomplishment. I felt like I've achieved everything.
Nice.
Insurance was not good for me.
Okay.
But you see, going... having a tie.
Yes, dressed up for work.
Dressed up for work every morning.
Yes.
You feel encouraged. Yeah, and definitely I knew after some time, because I could still see how people were doing in that organization. I knew one day also I may not be struggling the way I'm struggling to bring clients. There is a time that I will also make progress.
So you had your own personal, I can say, intrinsic drive within yourself.
Yes.
Within yourself, you had to drive.
Yes.
To make it in life.
That internal motivation.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you are fast, there is that kind of encouragement. You want to eat it well.
Yes.
You want to, whenever I get something small, when I get my commissions, I rush home. I take a shopping to them. I visit my brothers in school and such. So life was pretty okay. Yeah. Now progressively, insurance became very difficult for me. So I was not happy there.
Okay.
Yeah, though I would get some income, it was not sufficient to make me live a good life. I was still struggling. But also, I didn't also want to depend on my parents. I wanted to be alone.
Yes.
So there is a season of struggling, walking from estate to town, walking from here to go and see clients, having torn shoes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And such. Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, sometimes you even kept in an office for hours.
Yes, waiting. Yeah, and there are those clients we used to call them China eggs. They make promises they will never fulfill. They will tell you keep on coming. No, next week, next week. No, next month. This month, you see. So there were a lot of discouragements. So after like 2 years, I gave up.
Oh, okay.
So I went to another company, family owned. Yeah, but when I was now serving there, is when I saw the advertisement in one of the newspapers that the bank was looking for some graduate clerks. So I just applied the way I used to apply also to other organizations. I only mentioned this because it's what worked for me. Yeah. So we were called for the interview, and then I was successful, and then I was posted in a local branch in Kajiado County.
Okay. And all this time, you're still having your values, you're upholding your values and your beliefs?
I still struggled in one way or the other, but not issues to do with alcohol, things to do with drugs, no. Yeah, but I would struggle here and there. You know, you are still young.
Yes.
You want also to be in relationships, and that is an area that I was really struggling. Yeah, and mostly because I was not this person who had the language to convince people.
But you're a marketer.
Yeah, but you see, from my background, the communication was still a problem. Yeah.
Oh, I get you now.
Yes. It might be in my head, but it can't come through my mouth.
Verbal is a problem.
Yes. Verbalizing it is an issue. Yeah. So now I got the job in the bank and was posted in that branch. Yeah, and everything was okay. It's like a dream job. You become an instant celebrity. In the village, at home.
Even among your peers.
My peers, they know, wow, this guy is doing so well. He recently graduated. He's now working in the bank, and life is good. And I could afford anything now that I wanted in life. I would support my siblings. I would support my parents. And life was okay. Yes. And I was trusted employee, and I knew my work. So I became an asset within that branch. You know, coming fresh from college. And by that time, when I joined the bank, they were in the transition from the manual system now to the computerized system. So they were in that transition. I know the people who were so used with the manual, they had a problem in transitioning.
Rigidity to change.
Yeah, they didn't want to adopt the new system.
Yes,
they would still see problems and such. But now I came in that right time because now, you know, I had a skill in computer. So for them, I was an asset because the things they didn't know, I would help them. So definitely that gave me a very good platform to do my duties and do them well, and also to be helping others. It was a motivation. Helping people that have been in the bank for over 15 years is like a privilege. So everything was okay for me. So job, customer care, teller, back office clerk, work was okay. And money was also good.
Available.
So I would stay, I would live a comfortable life. And now, because I was not also that person of indulging in any other thing, so my money was well used. Yeah, I utilized every coin well. I did not squander my money. Yeah, if it is home, I would take care of them and such.
All right.
Yeah, but within that time, after 2 or 3 years, now, because we are in a local community where there are not many social activities, my friends, we were around 17 people.
In that branch.
In that branch. Yeah, and most of them, they used to take alcohol.
Oh.
So we were only friends when we were working.
Okay.
Because after that, I would never join them.
Okay.
But now progressively,
Yeah.
after now getting everything that I wanted in the house, the clothes that I needed, I still have money. So they told me that you are living a lonely life.
Yeah,
This is not a life that you should be living. You should be able to walk out, interact with your customers. They are outside. Yeah, take
The employer who told you, or your peers?
my colleagues.
Your colleagues, the ones who told you that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
It's not about something that was expected of me to do. It's just their own initiative that you interact with customers in the bank. It's also good to interact with them outside work.
And of course, I'm imagining Kajiado then was not very big.
It was not big by that time. Yeah, early 2000, it was not big. Yeah, but now I buyed into the idea. I found it okay that I should not be a lone ranger. I should join them and see what they do. So, when you go there, they have ordered nyama choma and such. You take as you wait for it, there are drinks, they ask you for drinks. Me, of course, I would not ask alcohol. Actually, even being in the bar was like disturbing. Yeah, because I'm not so used to seeing drunk people around me. Yeah, I just wanted to be myself. So soda the first time, it's exciting, it's good to meet. I met you in the bank. How are you? I also saw you. So you also find within that time, I got other friends.
Oh, okay.
Apart from now the colleagues. Yeah. Now progressively also my colleagues, they introduced me to alcohol. Yes. At a prime age.
Okay.
At a time that I was supposed to be even settling down in marriage, in such. I was to have my own house or my own caplot or my own something. That's the time that I did my first alcohol.
Okay.
It was cool.
It was good.
But I felt in the first few times that I experimented, I felt like I have broken by my boundaries.
Okay.
I felt like I have disappointed my parents. I felt like I'm a disappointment. In the beginning, the first times that I did it, it was like I felt frustrations from a lot of guilt from within because I knew this is not me.
Yeah.
But because of now the people that I'm living with, we have even exchanged numbers with others.
And
it
even
became
for you.
they will even yes. There is something that we can share today. Yeah, don't go. So that became my routine. Now I moved out, and even I could now survive without my colleagues because I have new friends. The colleagues we will still be we are together every time, so you don't need to spend all the time with them. Yeah. So I got other friends, and those times I was also getting from one level to the other, and as it happens, alcohol will never get into you in a day, in a month, or in a year probably. So the first things, now I became regular. So the money that I used to do and other things, I now could spend in alcohol. The money that I used to support even my brothers, I would also now start supporting now my new lifestyle. I used even to go home like mostly every month. Now I stopped. Why? Because now my money is engaged elsewhere. And now I'm working from the bank. there is a lot of expectation that you have the money.
Yes.
So whenever you meet with your friends, they want you to be on top.
Yes.
They want you to buy more. So it is an expensive.
So you're the one who was servicing your friends? Sometimes?
No, mostly they will also do. They
Yeah.
will also buy, but mostly because of where I'm working.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they will.
There's that expectation. Because you have money and you're working in a bank.
I'm working in a bank. Yeah. So one step at a time, things kept on changing. My family became worried. Why is it that now we don't see Felix coming home? What has happened? My siblings now, whenever they used to call me, ask me for something, I would be there. But see, now I have changed.
You've changed. There's a
because
new
I have
lifestyle.
a different lifestyle.
Yes.
And it's also very expensive.
Very expensive, yes.
And sometimes I would also overdo it.
Okay.
So working tomorrow, this started as a weekend affair.
Yes.
It was not like every day.
Yes.
But progressively now it became, even in between the week, I would go once. And
my father would call it social drinking. It's just having a social life with your friends.
Yeah.
So he's not an alcoholic. Yeah, he'd always say that.
But mine was a different thing because, it's like you have been in a cage and now you have all the freedom.
Yes.
You would want to fly, you would fly until you get tired. You are excited by a new way of living. So,
but still you are dealing after all that, after your drinking spree, later you're dealing with guilt.
No, that was in the beginning.
Okay, beginning.
Now progressively.
You're progressively, it's not an issue anymore.
Yeah, it's not a concern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already crossed the path.
Okay.
Addiction is a journey.
It's a journey.
Yeah. Once you experiment, the next one will become a social thing, acceptable.
Yes.
You have dealt with the first stage. Yeah, but now year after year, I became worse. There is a time now I couldn't go to work the way I was supposed to be going.
Okay.
I would be late, and then that started bringing some concern. There were concerns from the employer.
Yes, I can imagine.
That now you used to be a good person.
Yes.
Now you are not
You've changed.
doing.
Yeah.
You are coming in late. Sometimes I would find a way of surviving.
Okay.
But I would know that it's a concern. Sometimes I would say I will not go and drink. At least I had some control in the beginning. I would not go in between the week until we do it on Fridays through Saturday or Sunday up to Sunday morning. Yeah, and stop doing it on a Sunday.
Okay.
Because Sunday was more of a problem. Because you begin on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So in the Monday morning, it's a struggle.
It's a struggle, yes.
So I would make some changes in between.
Okay.
But alcohol it knows how to creep in.
Okay.
Knows how to creep in slowly into our system.
Yes.
That is, it's not now about friends. It's about now the alcohol.
The alcohol.
I go to that point that I cannot even function without the alcohol.
There's a counselor who was saying that alcoholism and substance abuse, you create a bond.
Yes.
There's a process of bonding with whatever you're using.
Yeah, and your body also becomes chemical dependent.
Okay.
That now you cannot function without. Okay. Alcohol will survive without you.
Yes.
But you go to point where you cannot you yourself function
alcohol.
Without.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a difficult stage because now working in a bank, issues of integrity are very important.
Compromised.
And now when you are serving the customers, they can hear in the morning.
You're right.
They can hear there is some content.
Yes, some content, exactly.
And the more you hear about it, the more you hear that, the more they will move from you. So my employer had to get me out of the front office to back office because customers were complaining. And two, if you are that kind of a person, the trust, bank is about trust. Is our money really safe? Sometimes they would even avoid you and go and get served in a different desk because they don't want to come close to you. They have already built some perception
about
yes.
you. Ukomlevi
kila wakati na sisi hatutaki kudeal na walevi. Yeah, that kind of narrative. So I would be taken to back office. So there it's like a freedom.
Okay.
If I'm working in back office, it's okay. I don't have to fear. Yes. I don't have to chew chewing gum to change the what?
The breath, your breath.
Your breath, yes.
Okay.
But it got to a point also, now, apart from the one that is affecting me that I did yesterday, I had to do it in the morning for me to function. It became now my new normal that I cannot function without taking. Yeah, yes. Because I had tremors. What? I would really shake.
That was how long had you taken alcohol?
3 to 4 years. Yeah. So I wouldn't hold the mouse well without shaking. So for me to deal with the shake, I had to pass through somewhere. Or in the evening, I carry some to the house for the morning. So tea, I was not a tea person. So I would take it in the morning so that I can function. Me, I didn't have a problem. When I'm in the office, I would work.
You'd perform, yes.
Yeah, I would work. But I would now struggle. This struggling, I had to deal with it. So I do it in the morning, lunchtime, for me to now work. Yeah, and you see now, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You cannot work in a bank when you are drunk.
You can't. So it means all the time you're high. Every time you must be in a certain...
because of the tolerance, you become tolerant. Yes. That if you take something small, it doesn't affect you. Whatever they will hear is the
smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But me functioning, I'm okay.
All right.
I'm okay. Because now, when you get to this level of tremors, you are so used to the drink.
You're totally dependent.
Totally. And then you can take a lot of it without getting high. So whatever I take in the morning, even if it's 1 Viceroy, is okay for me.
How many mLs?
250 ml.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
That was okay. I wouldn't take less because it will not
have the effect
that you need.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a day I would take 2 for me to balance.
Hold that thought. We shall be right back.
All right. When you get to this level of tremors, you are so used to the drink.
You're totally dependent.
Totally. And then you can take a lot of it without getting high.